Hi, I'm Rosh from Energy Matters. Welcome to our podcast, Road to Zero, where we dive headfirst into all things renewable. Join us as we chat with industry experts, tech specialists, and some of your favorite TV and radio personalities, asking the renewable energy questions that you want answers to. Our goal, a zero carbon future. Today, I am absolutely thrilled to be joined by Johnathan Chen, founder and CTO for Redx Technology Australia. Hello, Johnathan. How are you?
Doing good. Good morning.
Good morning indeed. It's lovely to be joined by you today. Thank you so much for making yourself available. So, Johnathan, just quickly, I mean, you're based here in the Gold Coast as well, aren't you, or just in Queensland?
Yes, our company is located in Yatala, just between Brisbane and the Gold Coast.
Mate, absolutely fantastic. So we're pretty much neighbours, Johnathan, which is awesome. So just down the road from each other, which is lovely. And you've obviously seen firsthand the devastation of the cyclones. That's pretty crazy, wasn't it?
Yes, very much so. Unless we have our own batteries to power my house, we had 5 days blackout situation.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we were the same. We had 9 days. And we didn't have our batteries installed at the time. So I had them outside waiting to be installed, but not installed. So unfortunately, we went 9 days without power. And yeah, those little puppies are being installed quick smart.
It's a very hard situation.
It is, but it really does highlight the importance for technology such as what you deliver at Redx. You know, to actually be able to, yes, it's great to store your excess electricity from solar panels, but more importantly, it's just actually being able to power your home, and be able to prevent things like this, occurrences like this from impacting you as hard as it can. Because fundamentally, I mean, I've had 5 blackouts now, including this one in the last 6 months of being in the Gold Coast. So, it's I don't think it's going to get any better. All right. So we need to be onto it.
Yes, you made a very important point. Our equipment is not only do the power backups, we also using most advanced AI technology to predicting the solar generation, wholesale electricity pricing, also the load profile, to help consumers to achieve zero power bill. This is our mission.
I'm actually really, sort of inspired by what you've just said there, because really incorporating AI into your technology, is fundamentally, such a powerful tool to add, especially as we, move towards now the AI age, where really it's fundamentally able to create an operating system which, fix them up quicker, and doesn't really require the labor-intensive process right now of people having to check their apps and understand what's the best time to do what, to store power, use power, turn off appliances. Using the AI built into the technology just helps it, it just has everything work a lot more efficiently, which, as you said, will definitely reduce energy bills, which is the end goal fundamentally of getting solar, as well as obviously helping the environment, which is what we're all about. Johnathan, before we get too deep into the tech, if anyone who doesn't know you, can you just give us a quick background on yourself, your career to date, and what led you to found Redx?
Yes, the Redx technology was funded 11 years ago. As my professional, I was trained as a power electronic engineer, working on this type of power electronic field for over 30 years. I am educated in US, spent a lot of time in US working with large, small companies to driving the innovation. I have more than 30 worldwide patents on inverters or power electronics. Since we find this company 11 years ago, we absolutely focus on innovation. We drive the hardware technology as well as the software technology.
Which is amazing. I mean, look, I've seen firsthand, your premises in or your manufacturing facility in China. and it's absolutely incredible. For anyone watching or listening, Redx will feature on this week's episode of Energy Matters, which is at 4 p.m. Saturday on 9 Life on the 9 Network. So make sure you definitely tune in. We'll talk a little bit about the TV show in a second. But firstly, Johnathan, obviously you were there when I was there. Did you enjoy the process? Did you enjoy having the TV crew at your factory?
It very much so. It was a really warm welcome. You guys had a chance to visit our R&D center in China, also to visit our factory in China. You see our complete process to design a product through the production line. Every step was a really smooth process and really a big welcome to you guys.
No, thank you. Well, you made it so easy for us as well, and the hospitality was second to none. Before we talk more about what we saw in China, let's just quickly watch a quick clip. So this is a preview, a highlight of what's coming this week on Energy Matters.
We're not only doing the production in our factory, but also attached to the lab you just seen. This is the little production line. When they build up a prototype, they can bring it into their lab to test it straight away. If there's any further modification within it, they're going to bring back to the production line and to redo that again.
It's amazing to see that journey, but it's also incredible to see the amount of work that goes into, behind the scenes.
A lot of manual work will be replaced by the automatic machine, and that's where you can see how different from a prototype build-up versus the manufacturing production of a product.
So is it going to be like a scene out of Terminator?
Well, maybe.
Okay, there you go, Johnathan. So that was absolutely amazing. As you mentioned beforehand, I mean, look, we got to look at both the R&D center as well as the factory floor, both of which were amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about what activities take place? How does the R&D work? And then a little bit more about the factory as well?
Yes, actually, we are Australia-based company. We have a research center and research team in Australia. First, we generate our ideas for technology. We do the innovation. We do most part of the pre-design work, simulation in Australia. Then we take a product to China to turn the design ideas to a really product. We do the engineering over there, PCB design, do intensively the testing before we release the design to our production floor. That's the process we have.
It's actually incredible. I mean, just really visually, and you'll capture an aspect of this in the TV show, but your team over there are just so onto it. I mean, even when you're looking at them at the research and design level, I mean, you can just see them like painstakingly, sort of working through ideas, processes, understanding what the pain points are here in Australia, to be able to refine the designs in the first place, and then walking onto your actual factory floor. I mean, my first observation was how clean it is. I mean, it's absolutely spotless. But then secondly, just how happy the team are, because they really, I know we were there as a camera crew, and that can be a bit unnerving. And they were obviously just, the occasional glances and smiles. But they were so happy, and they were just so polite. But they just really got on with their job. I think one of the other things I really loved about, watching, on the factory floor was, you've got obviously a highly automated component to it, where, the components like the boards, the PCB boards, for example, are going in slowly. You've got machines, putting in parts, but then the quality control after each section by a human element was absolutely brilliant, because it just went to show that you can't really create the volume of technology that you want without the automation and robotics. But at the same token, the human element was really being utilized in this perfect scenario, where the person was checking the board, having a look at the scans on the images as it came through, making sure everything was done perfectly, and the whole thing was time-stamped as well. So you almost knew exactly when each component was exactly made and put together, I suppose, for future reference. Johnathan, what technology did we actually see being manufactured in China? Can you talk us through that?
Yes, yes. Yeah, here's what we do. Our production line produce all our products over there. The factory you are seeing, actually, we have a very tight quality control. We have a fully automated testing setup. Go through all parameters of each items. We do extensive testing. Also do the burn-in before we shipping product out.
Man, that's fantastic. And it really was, I think once again, it's, and you're going to have to tune in this week to see what I saw, or at least a shortened version of it. But it was amazing to actually see it from nothing to the finished product, all in its beautiful shell and design, looks stunning, and just so well packaged as well. So, look, I was absolutely blown away with it. Johnathan, can you tell me a little bit more about your technology? So, as someone watching this today or listening to it today, as well as someone who's going to watch the episode on Saturday, what products do you actually offer to the Australian market?
Right now, actually, we are a bit of a special. Redx can offer complete integrated solutions to consumer or to our customers. We have our own cloud-based web portal. We have our Australia-based data cloud data server. We have a complete software team, AI control. We have our own inverter technology, our own batteries. We create virtually a complete solution. Other than that, we have our first called single stage step modulation inverter technology. First in the world, the inverters is such efficient, internal or external. We have zero fan, so create a high reliability. Also, our own software design can link our hardware to a total solution, allowing customer to do seamless automated control.
Oh my God. I should have given you a call before I installed my technology. I'm really happy with my tech, by the way. I love it. But this sounds incredible. And look, if I'm as someone wanting to install the technology, I do have distributors around the entire country, so anyone anywhere can get hold of your tech.
Yes, we have 5 distribution centers in Australia. We have our headquarters in Queensland, Gold Coast. Then we have our Texas support team. This is we are fully committed for the Australia market to provide the best technical support, also support our product.
Well, Johnathan, the fact that you're the CTO and founder of Redx, and you live just down the road from me, says it all. I mean, I don't know many global organizations that have their CTO just located in Australia as well. So, which is absolutely incredible. Can the Redx technologies be found? Can anyone from around the world get access to your technology as well, or is it just in Australia?
Yes, we support worldwide customers. First, we have our design center, our headquarters in Australia. Then we have our resellers, partners in globally.
Fantastic. Okay, well, look, for anyone listening, watching, who live like somewhere else around the world, don't worry. Although the head office is here in Australia, you certainly have got access to it in your own country of origin. So jump onto the Redx website to read all about it. You can check out some information on our own website as well. And certainly, if you're able to, tune in this week to the TV show, because it's going to be incredible. Johnathan, one quick question before I let you go. Why do you think it's important for anyone watching the TV show to see ways of reducing their carbon footprint?
Here's a very important message to deliver. Actually, we have such a total solution package. Is not only providing battery to store energy. Our mission is helping our customer to achieve zero power bill. In other words, using our most advanced hardware and software AI control to achieve the customer reduce their power bills, reduce the carbon emission to create a really green world.
No, it's amazing. And I think anyone watching this or listening to this today will agree, we've just seen nothing but our electricity bills get more and more expensive, not pointing the finger at anyone. It's just what's happened. And the unfortunate scenario is now with some with infrastructure, it just takes like a solid rainstorm or unfortunately a cyclone and power lines go down and you have no electricity. So I think we're really, Mother Nature is, basically sending out a message. And I think we really need to listen. Fundamentally, yes, reducing our carbon footprint is something we're massive supporters of, which is something we push. And we just want to help our planet as best as we possibly can. But also when you look at the impact having no electricity can have on your home and the impact on your way of life, it's fundamental that we start to take a bit more control over that and incorporate technology such as Redx's. I think one of the things I'm loving most about the industry right now is the advancements in technology are just going through the roof. Incorporating AI is just another level to it to make it more smarter, more sophisticated, and more efficient. So I'm a massive fan. Johnathan, final thing before I let you go. I promise this is the last one. What's new in the pipeline for Redx? Can you reveal any spoilers? Is there anything else coming up that I can hear first?
Yes, here's the system. We installed either residential homes or industrial buildings. We can make sure you pay zero on your power bill. That's our vision.
That's incredible. Okay, guys, you heard it first here. A zero power bill coming up from Redx. Johnathan, we'll have to put that onto season 2 of Energy Matters because it sounds amazing. All right, I'm going to let you go, Johnathan, but thank you so much for your time today. I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Very nice talking to you.
Likewise. Okay, guys, so there you have it. So zero power bills coming up from Redx. It's going to be incredible. The technology is amazing. I've seen it firsthand being manufactured in China. You can tune in this week on Energy Matters TV show on 9 Life Saturday at 4 p.m. We'll be taking through a factory tour so you can see for yourself how the technology is actually made and assembled and how it looks like once it's done. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for your time today. If any of you out there has yet to go solar, now is the time to get a quote. We've seen a variety of different weather events happening, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. It's going to probably get worse. So it's not there to, spell disaster, make us all panic. It's more so we've just got to take responsibility over what we've created in the first place, and now we're dealing with the impact of those choices. We can improve things, right? So understanding if you incorporated any renewable energy technology to your home or to your business, you're reducing your carbon footprint, which is obviously playing a part in reducing global warming and actually giving us time or giving the experts and the brains out there to catch up and understand what technology we can put into play to actually help with carbon collection and obviously to reduce global warming. But in the meantime, by you reducing your carbon footprint, you're also reducing your energy bills. So it goes hand in hand, all right? So it's, yes, lifestyle and way of life. It's about reducing your carbon footprint, but by doing so, you're saving money. You can jump onto our website, submit a request for a quote. We'll find up to 3 different local installers who can then quote you. And if you want to be one of the lucky ones to have Redx's technology, put that into the notes and they'll be able to quote you on that technology as well. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for your time today. I can't wait to see you next time. All the best.